Graeme, obviously there was that slight moment where we weren't sure if that was going to be the game winner or not, but what does that mean to you, especially when you're trying to really make a push here in that first preseason game?
Yeah, it's good. I think it was a good game overall for everyone. I think it was tight, 1-1 pretty much the whole game. So to be able to get that one, I think it went off my skate after I shot on the rebound. So nice bounce for me. I think the team played really well. We were down a forward, obviously, with Nico going down early. So I think it was a good battle and good to get the win here. I had some family here, so it was good.
How many people did you have?
My parents drove down. It's just 2 hours from Ottawa, so it was nice to have them here. Yeah.
And what has this sort of been like for you entering this preseason, particularly with camp already under your belt? What are you hoping to show, knowing that there are spots available there?
Yeah, I think these camps are fun because you get to, they saw you last year and you get to improve on what they want you to work on and kind of surprising people, and that's all I'm trying to do here. So that's it.
And do you feel that you're at that point where you can make that next push in your career?
I think so. I think last year was a big learning year for me. I think it was my first full year pro, and definitely some ups and downs, and then just to reevaluate this summer and come back stronger was good for me.
What were some of the things that they asked you to work on that maybe you're feeling right now as you enter this preseason?
I think just playing with a lot of pace. I think the NHL and just the pro level in general is really fast, so just making plays quicker and at a higher level than junior, and just shooting the puck a little bit more to score some more, and was able to score today and yesterday, so it's been good.
What do you think about Nico Dawes there preserving that win at the end with a bit of a flurry?
Yeah, that was crazy. He's an amazing goalie. I saw him do that a bunch last year in Utica too, so sometimes it's amazing he doesn't go in the net, but he's great, so I was really happy to have him in net tonight.
Thanks, Graeme.
Thank you.
Damon, for a first preseason game for everybody, how would you kind of obviously wins are exciting, but just everyone getting their legs from underneath themselves?
Yeah, it was a pretty good start for us. Wins are wins. That's what you want. Obviously, they don't count in the preseason, so we have to try to continue the winning ways, find a way to get the job done, which we did tonight. They pressured us pretty hard there. We took a penalty late. We shut them down on the power play, and then 6-on-5, they did have some chances, but we're going to clean that area up of our game. We had a couple turnovers there. So, overall, I thought it was a pretty good game. We skated well. We did the right things for the most part, and, we came out on top. I think the shots were in our favor as well. Our goalies played solid, and we're just trying to make sure we got our systems back in order, trying to get, everything, I guess, the way we want it going into the regular season.
But it is kind of hard, right? Because you're playing with a bunch of guys who maybe have not really played together, and you're trying to figure that out. How is that for a veteran sort of trying to get into their own groove?
Well, I think you just try to encourage guys, right? We did have a younger lineup tonight compared to what's going to be on the ice tomorrow at home, but overall, you just try to encourage them. They're drafted or they're signed or they're a prospect for a reason. So, and we had some veteran guys as well that were solid. It sucked losing Nico early at the end of the first there, but overall, I thought most of the young guys did a fairly good job, and they're trying to make their impression. They're trying to, put their best foot forward just to show the coaching staff and management that they belong.
You mentioned the goalies. Let's start with Mackenzie. You're someone who's been along the ride with him from the very beginning. What did you see of his play today? It looked like he was moving around in his net a lot better, much more comfortable. How reassuring is that?
Yeah, you can tell when he's on his game and he's feeling himself out there. He's top 5 goaltender in the league, and that's my opinion, but I'm a big believer in him, and I got nothing but good things to say about him when he's on. So if we can get him playing consistent, staying healthy, and then as well as our other goalies that are going to be in that, giving him a push to make sure he's keeping that #1 job, that's going to be huge for us. So I always say he defies all logic with how big he is and how fast and how well he can move in the net. So it's very impressive to watch, and especially when he's on, he can make some big saves. And I think his last save of the game before he came out for Dawes to come in, he made a huge save on our penalty kill. So that was big.
What are you thinking there in the last couple seconds of the game? Dawes coming up big there, a bit of a flurry around there, really wanting to preserve that even if it's a preseason.
Yeah, he played as great as well. Coming in like that isn't easy halfway through a game. You warm up before the game, but then you're cold. So you got to give him credit too. It was a tight game, and even the goal that was called back from offside was a tip from the slot. He didn't have a chance on. So overall, both goalies got nothing bad to say about them. They played the puck well. They helped the D-man out, and they made the saves we needed them to. So we got the win, and that's what we're going to have to do in the season too.
Thanks, Damon.
Thank you.
Mackenzie, look, real early there, you were getting in some good saves. How did you feel now that you were in, this type of competition that is real competition?
Yeah, it's good. Another stepping stone. Good to build off of the scrimmages. Trying to take a step every time. So it's good to be out there.
One of the things that you had mentioned to me a little bit last year was really, playing along the post with your ankle. It was really bothering you. You made a couple of, end-to-end posts there. Do you feel like that is completely where you need it to be?
Yeah. I mean, last year, obviously, it wasn't even just that. It was a lot of stuff that would cause a lot of pain. So, now I can play pain-free, so I don't think about it, and I'm just free to to play my game.
How quickly do you sort of get your timing back in a game like that?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun to go back and play and not have to think about, how you're feeling. You just play the game, and it's great to be back out there and feeling good. And, things come back slowly, but, every game we seem to be building, so it's great.
Is that a reminiscent feeling of maybe 2.5 years ago of just entering a game sort of with your mind free?
Yeah, of course. I mean, whenever you're going in thinking about your body, it's no good, There's a difference between being, hurt and injured. So I was pretty injured last year, so it was tough to play. But, now pain-free, going in there, just focusing on my job, the puck, playing the game, and it's great.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks.
Lindy, for a first preseason game, can you just sort of give me your thoughts on the compete level and what you were asking of your team?
I thought the compete level was great. I thought we really skated well as a team. Every line skated well. You look at the forward group, they're tracking back and getting back and didn't give a lot of space, a lot of time. Created a lot of great turnovers. Probably disappointed with lack of finish. Like we created some great turnovers. We missed nets. Shot a few right back into the goaltender. Their goalie made a few good saves, but overall, really liked the effort in the game.
What are your thoughts on, Graeme Clarke's camp so far, scoring that game winner? He just seemed so happy to be putting himself in this position right now.
Yeah, you know what? There's days sometimes you don't notice.
Yeah.
You don't notice a lot of them. I think, like I said, I like the whole group, and maybe he was a little fortunate that one went in, but he had 2 or 3 other real good chances. He had a great chance, I think, in the second period that he missed the net on. So it was great to see him get rewarded for the work he's putting in.
Is that some, the missed chances or that type of thing? Is that about getting your timing back once a season starts up again?
It could be part of it.
Not just for him, but for
for the group. We've really been trying to lean on the fact don't miss the net. Let's make good passes. Don't take any pass for granted. Inside of practice, and so to see we probably had 7 or 8 tonight that missed the net. We're just going to keep on working on cleaning that up.
How about Mackenzie playing just short of half the game there, and just seeing him looking comfortable and maybe not thinking so much about how he's feeling and just committing to the game itself?
Yeah, I thought what was really good is that the guys in front of him kind of let him ease into the game. Shots were low. Really, the only real big shot he had to face was the one cross ice he made a good save on, and then the power play shot. So, overall, I thought he looked comfortable. And, I think he hasn't played a lot of hockey. We're trying to find out where his game is at. I thought tonight was a great step in the right direction.
And for Nico, do you know how he's feeling right now?
Yeah, Nico, just taken out for precaution. Nothing serious, but first preseason game, and it put a little stress on our other 3 centermen, but nothing serious.
First time behind the bench with your new coaching staff. Do you have to develop a chemistry of your own back there?
I don't know if you develop chemistry. I think you're so busy doing your thing, they're doing their thing. We're talking about different plays, and there's a lot of good people in the game, and the 2 guys we brought in are real good people, and felt really comfortable with them.
Thanks, Lindy.
You're welcome.